at you. I'm all over the place. Stall this, huh? Um, this is your daily come up for June 12th, 2021. Hope all is well with you all. Taking advantage of this nice weather that we're having here um, in the great state of Texas. um, this is the June series party. Uh, Dealing with what comes up, things that are going on, things that are actually purpose for us to be in our life, for us to take heed, for us to learn from, to grow, to transition, to help motivate, to inspire. Now, these situations may not feel good, especially during the course of the time of you going through them. A lot of you are having a lot of hard days, a lot of hard times, but it's the transition part from what you used to do, being in training for a purpose. Some of you are still in training, and then some of you are just in an energy of just progressing and moving forward and realizing how to work your gifts for real. Like, you may have been like maybe the life of the party with your gifts, that type of thing, just kind of just showing off here and there. But now it's time to really show what it is. The death card on top of my cards as they sit and just being ready to be used, just spin around in a circle from the cool breeze. And it's just like a lot of you may be looking at things and wondering, why am I still not ready, but understanding what your gift is for is, it seems like what a lot of you are struggling with right now. You may know that, okay, I'm a healer, but are you a full-time healer? Like when you go to work for somebody else, you punch that clock to do whatever they're paying you to do for that time being. But when you start working purpose, you punch that clock and you're that. And it's not so much you're that 24 hours, because you do have to set the schedule. There is a life to be had. But you do need to understand all this goes hand in hand. And a lot of you are struggling with it, okay? And not that I'm speaking that you're struggling with it. A lot of you are struggling in this area. So let's see what's going on right now, what the universe has for you. We're starting off at the bottom of this Psychic Tarot with wisdom, which is a 5, which brings about the change in our lives, brings about the change in everyday courses of what it is to be done. You see now the death is about to spin again. That wind is whooping it, but I feel like a lot of you, some of you might go backwards. Some of you may even be thinking about just like not knowing your purpose at all, because you feel like you're not doing a good job, or you feel like you don't know how to make this work. But a lot of you have to start thinking outside of the box. Yeah, I said have to. We have to think outside the box. You can't think, and then especially though. Okay, let me just break it down like 2 different parts of this. Okay, and I think I've been doing this since June came in, and really since the end of May. But a lot of you have transitioned out of the learning stage, and it's time to work your gift permanently. It's time to work your gift into your life, into what's going on around you. Time to work your soul contract for real. So a lot of you aren't really understanding what it's going to take with the gift to move forward, which is what? To actually look at what it's going to take to run this business. You know what I'm saying? How many of this do you need to pay your bills? You know what I'm saying? Then you break it down into fourths. It's 4 weeks in a month. And it's just a simple version. Some people so cold with numbers, they break it down and shit to the minute. You know what I'm saying? But you need to break down what it's going to take to survive. What it's going to take to make this. And then you charge the universe for paying you. This is a process. And a lot of you are sweating and tripping because you feel like you're at the mercy of the universe. You're not. Because once you say you in, and you hang in there. You know what I'm saying? Now, you're not going to, every day not going to be the best day. You know what I'm saying? Some days are going to be harder than others. But that don't mean you stand here and just, you wait for a handout. Because that's not how it's given. That's not how it works out. You don't get a handout. You know what I'm saying? You don't get just freebies for no reason. It don't work like that. Okay? At the bottom of the Psychic Tarot, you have 7, Triumph. A lot of you are coming out. You're pulling out what you've honestly learned. I'm going to use this deck here. Let me shuffle in today's energy. I was going to use this other deck. I hadn't shuffled it yet. So I'm going to use, I'm going to get the energy out here. Hold up, it's something. I know I just did these cards. Okay, so these just end up like that. Okay, because everything else is upright. Okay, so now I'm about to shuffle. So I just want you all to stay encouraged. That's why, that's what the daily come-ups are for, and to help you acknowledge if you need a reading to help break through some of these barriers, break through some of these concepts, or even just some of the confusion. Some of you don't even know that you're confused until you watch a video and realize, hey, I do be tripping sometimes. I may need to see what's up on this here. I'm about to post, y'all make sure y'all check out the community board. I'm about to post some possible questions that you may need to ask, and the 2 questions for $45. A lot of you may be thinking that I don't really know what to ask, or you don't want to ask some simple basic questions. I'm going to come up with some ascension questions that some of you, I feel like a lot of you are struggling with, but you don't even know that you really have an issue with it. But I feel like that you need the universe to give you the answers. Like I say, I feel like there's a real struggle in the system, in the environment, and I feel like a lot of people are struggling with some things, and just how to be the boss at all times, how to shut off and be able to rest and relax. Some of you work your gift from dawn to dusk. You know what I'm saying? Just be exhausted. You don't even have a cutoff time because you don't make time for yourself. But a lot of you did that during training. When you were in practice, you didn't even cut off what it is that you needed to do and things of that nature. So let's just see what's up here. I didn't even look at the bottom of the deck of what we were starting with. I guess we're going to start with the Knight of Swords, okay? This info that's coming in swiftly. Some of you have heard it before, I feel like. I'm hearing that song, Heard It All Before. I feel like you've heard some of this info before, but you didn't apply it. A lot of you didn't apply this knowledge before, so now it's like, okay, I'm hearing it again. What should I do? Okay, so let's see what's up. The Queen of Pentacles is at the bottom now. A lot of you may be looking for shelter, maybe looking for stability in what it is that you have going on. Maybe just stability in your thoughts, maybe just stability in your finances, where they come in and you understand what it takes. You know what I'm saying? Working purpose does not come from, getting paid does not come from outside source. Working purpose, you get paid from the universe. So your contract with them, it should entail what it is. And some of you may need a personal reading on that. You know what I'm saying? How should I go about doing this? That's why I say I'm going to put some questions up, and you all just pick out which 2 questions, and then, and it's 45 for the reading, and we go from there. But I feel like a lot of you are in stagnancy because you don't really know what to ask or how to really proceed. And a lot of you need that plan, and you don't have it, okay? Or you maybe missed it when it was given it to you, because they do give it to you, and sometimes we do miss it, right? So you have the 4 of Wands that just came out, the Star, the Page of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. Now, I'm going to clarify the Hierophant and the Star. But what it looks like is divine connection. A lot of you have healed from a lot of things, and you're realizing you are to help other people heal, right? But I also feel like a lot of you are realizing that you don't, I think a lot of you are beating yourself up. Like, you may be recognizing, like, when it's too late or at the end, that you're in somebody's life to help them heal. The Star is being clarified by the Page of Cups in reverse and Judgment in reverse, okay? I feel like there's some things here that are,
Can I take my phone with me?
no ma'am, only for right here. I feel like there's some things here that are, some people feel like it's unfair, but I also feel like everybody's not going to be receptive to the healing. Some of you are undercover to help out the cry. Okay, so let me give an example. Because the 9 of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. Some of y'all are really confused, and it's okay. okay? That's why I say, even if you don't know what to ask, hit me up if you like, okay, I know I'm really struggling here. I need help. I've even had it where the spirit guides give me the questions for some of you when you email me. It's like, look, you need to ask this and this and this. I can't trespass into your energy and just give you some info. We do general reads here for people to get an idea of where they really need help at. This is supposed to help with the growth and the progress, okay? Now, some of you are falsely accusing yourself or making it seem as if you've done something bad, like you are on your own case falsely, and it's basically, it's not. I feel like you feel like it's not fair, right? And it's not fair, but I feel like a lot of you are on your own case falsely. Let me give you this example, because this is what came to my mind before I said what I just said. One of the cards we got off the table here. I don't want to go any further. Because if it goes further than my foot, it's gone. So I feel like, let me get this right quick and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm gonna use this as an example. And if this resonates with you, you probably need a reading. You really do. I feel like you're struggling and you don't really know how to really react. Okay. So let's say, okay, you was raped as a child, molested, you and your siblings, you and your relatives, whoever was in the house, right? Then you come out, you're a light worker. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be helping those heal that has gone through that. And a lot of you are thinking these people are adults. But the surprise twist in the story is these are kids. You're meeting their parents. And their parents really don't like you. Why they don't like you? Because the spirit inside of them is about to be exposed for who they are. Some of you are meeting parents who solicit their children for sex. Some of you are meeting parents who basically mess with their kids, and they pretend to be so upright in the community, pillars in the church. They just have so much going on, like they're really helping people and they're not. And a lot of you not really understanding what to do. It's not you to voice who you are. It's the universal law of receiving. It's the infiltration in the system. You're infiltrating their system to tear them down. You're infiltrating their system to give the child help if you're in this situation. A lot of you maybe have gotten into it with the parents, maybe have gotten things have gone on, and it's like, maybe we messed up, we said this, we said that, and really you weren't supposed to say this, you weren't supposed to say that, you weren't supposed to go there, you weren't supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the issue. A lot of you don't know when to speak sometimes because you feel like I've been sitting here, so I'm going to say what I need to say. It's not that. A lot of you need to go back and meditate on what you found out, the energies that you feel, and then you get the plan. Because we have to infiltrate. But see, that's just like the enemy infiltrates our camp. Time they see us, they don't start exposing themselves, who they are, what they do, what they bring to the table. They don't do all that. You don't do all that. That's not how you play the game. You don't win coming from up undercover. You win by, staying hidden. That's how you win. And that's what the universe is showing you, that a lot of you are to help what was the people that's crying out for help in the spirit realm. It's not about always voicing something. I feel like Some people want to be mad, you want to judge, you're going to mess your purpose up. Like, it's just like they be cool with you. I feel like something crawling on me. They can be cool with you off of the energy that is going on around you, but they know they're being deceptive. A lot of you are learning to be deceptive as well, especially a lot of you that's always been honest. A lot of you have to hush and allow the enemy to think that you don't see them. And if this is resonating with you, you definitely need a reading, okay? Judgment in the reverse is being clarified by, because you got judgment in the Page of Cups being clarifying the star. So some of you are like basically coming up against your healings and thinking that that's not going to work for everybody, but it's not, because you have gotten healed, and now you have the power of restoration in that area. You can heal in that area. You have to understand what your healings bring in. And like I said, if this is resonating with you, you definitely need a reading. You have the strength in reverse here with judgment. Some of you may be passing I'm hearing false judgment on people, even though they may have the traits, the signs, and things of that nature. It's not for you to pass the judgment. It's not for you to go tell. You have to go back and get the plan from the universe. Get it from your source of what to do next. Why did you put me here? Why did you place me here? What am I supposed to see here? See, everything is not going to go down in the natural. Most of these wars are going to take place in the spirit realm, and we have to be ready. You have to be ready to voice your opinion. You have to be ready to speak out. You have to be ready, okay? A lot of you, like I said, if you know you need a reading, you definitely, I would definitely help you out, with a prayer. If you purchase the readings for $45, I can help you out with a prayer to come up against the things that are found out in the reading. The Strength card in reverse is being clarified by the Three of Cups, Ten of Swords, Queen of Wands in reverse, and the High Priestess. A lot of people are upset that you've come out. Now, some of you are infiltrating a whole dynamic, a whole system, a society that's been together for years, for centuries. You know what I'm saying? This whole hidden society, these hidden groups and things. And a lot of you are feeling like you're going to be alone, but you're going to find out that there are other people already there, and they're waiting on you. See, when we sign our soul contract to come fulfill, I may not wear this shirt for a while. I don't like fixing my clothes all the time. I like when my clothes just flow. You know what I'm saying? This is not but there is a hidden society a lot of you are going into. Some of you have held off from actually going into these societies. You knew you were supposed to go, but you didn't want to go because you didn't want the I feel like you feel like it was going to be a hassle, but a lot of you was thinking with the 3D mind. You weren't thinking with the spiritual mind that there are people already there waiting on you that are hidden, that are in the deceptive energy as well, so they can overthrow that society, that kingdom. You have here, it's like a group meeting here, the Three of Cups, but they're discussing deaths. They're discussing the Ten of Swords. This is what this group is discussing, the Ten of Swords. They're discussing what it is that they're going to do and who they're going to overthrow. Some of you are single parents. Some of you are people that are struggling, trying to make ends meet. Things may have been working for you, and then now all of a sudden, you may have sorcery or witchcraft in your life. And not just all of a sudden. It's always been in your life. You're just now really paying attention to it. You have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse at the bottom of the deck. I feel like there are some people that are trying to overthrow you to get you to come to them or there's a party rather, to get you to come to them for help. Like some of you may be struggling, and it may be, and I know the spirit may be telling you, no, we're not going that way. No, they can't help you. No, you better to get that money back. You can't accept the money from them. You know, the enemy is trying to put the snare on you. And they will use tears, blood, sweat. They're going to use whatever it takes to put the snare on you for you to fall for it. And we have to recognize and realize that there's more going on than what meets the eye. We know that, but we have to stand and realize that there is more going on. The Hierophant here, we're going to clarify the Hierophant. Well, let me clarify the High Priestess with the Wheel of Fortune moving forward. A lot of you are going to move forward off the info I give you. A lot of you are going to move forward and realize that, you know, I have something on me. I have some things that's trying to shift against me. I have some things here that's been in my life for ages, and yet and still there are things going on that have not been cleared. See, a lot of you are realizing now what the problem is, where the problem lies at, where people get into connections that aren't fulfilling, and then it's like, okay, what happened? What happened with my connections? The Wheel of Fortune is being clarified by the world, closing out these karmic cycles and standing in your truth. And I'm hearing your dynasty. Some of you are really opening up to some things, but the enemy wants you to fall apart before then, so that you can't truly accept what's truly yours and live accordingly. Okay? Let's get something for the world card here. The Six of Wands just came out. So like, okay, so a lot of you are coming off of training. You've stepped into the reality of your purpose. And a lot of you are trying to stand with something that you are struggling with. So with that dynamic, it's a lot to go into on just a general read, but you're going to have to do what it takes. If you need a personal reading, if you need to email me and say, hey, I need a personal reading, but I'm not really sure what to ask. Like I say, I'm about to put some questions up. I was going to do it last night, but I was just so tired. And I was just trying to get things together, make sure everybody get what they need off the energy with the prayers and the readings. But I really need you all to get with me as far as what it's going to take to help others heal. And then you won't be so like in a bitter mode. Because see, the enemy will make you think you're supposed to be mad at these people, and you're not. You're not supposed to be mad at these people at all. You're not supposed to be doing anything, you know. He not pushing down you, is he? Okay. I don't want nobody pushing my child on the swing. She can swing by herself. But anyway, y'all. I just feel like there's an energy here that we need to definitely understand who we are, who we are as a being and on a whole, and not give up on ourselves, not stand in the light of deception, you know, working things out in a truthful manner, but not so much exposing our whole truth. Okay. Being grateful for the things that are here and acknowledging the concepts that are at play here, that are taking us to the next level. Okay. So let's see what's up with the Hierophant here, because people are here to see what your purpose is, to counteract you, just to have some type of verbiage to say against what you're doing, you know. And then when you come off of something where you always need approval, you know, people don't like to say, I don't need approval, I do what I want. And then subconsciously you need approval. You're hoping somebody agree with you. We have to stand accountable so that we can shake off these burdens, these distractions, these things that hold us to be bound to different things. You know what I'm saying? What came out hidden for the Hierophant is the Two of Cups in reverse. Because some of you are falling out of love with what it is that you're supposed to be doing. And the Fool. The Fool is here as well, clarifying the Hierophant. A lot of us are falling out of love with our purpose and things of that nature. The King of Wands in reverse. Because a lot of you are looking at things dwindling. You're not manifesting as you once were. You're not doing what it takes to actually keep moving forward without being in a negative light to yourself. And a lot of you are thinking about what other people are going to say or do. You're thinking about the deceptive energy that's here at play to make you feel bad about what you do, about what you say. We have to keep moving in spite of what people say or do. We have to. Now let's see what's up with this Fool card. Then I'm going to get some clarifiers from the Psychic Tarot. Now the Fool is being clarified by the Tower. Some things have come out, and I feel like there are a lot of people that's affected by your truth. That's because they're a part of the ones that's going to be exposed. Okay, so the Tower is being clarified by the Page of Swords in reverse and the Nine of Wands. So what you have here is that you've cut some people off from being able to spy on you. A lot of you have stopped receiving information from outside sources because you realize they had you in battles that you didn't need to be in, with the false information. You know how people tell you things and they're not true, of course. That's the false information. But they tell you that to deter you, to distract you, or have you frustrated with something that don't mean something at the end of the day. I remember when I was younger and I was trying to learn how to cook potatoes and eggs. And you know how the potatoes are supposed to be soft in the eggs, right? And I just did not understand how they got that like that. I think I must have been about 17, 18, could have been 19. And I remember calling a family member and was asking, because theirs are always, their potatoes and eggs was always real good. So I say, well, how do you get the potatoes to be soft like that? Oh, you just cut them up and put them in there. They be ready when the eggs ready. But I know eggs are ready within a couple of minutes. I said, they gonna be ready? That wasn't it. So instead of them just telling me, they didn't want to tell me. They just told me a lie, and it didn't work. But it just had me look at them differently after that. Now I didn't confront them because I ended up finding out back then there was no Google to Google anything. But what I did, actually, it hadn't come out yet. The internet was dial-up. But anyway, I basically, so yeah, it was Yahoo, you know what I'm saying? And Excite, for those of you that can relate. But anyway, I went in and I ended up finding out anyway. It wasn't long after that because I just said, I'm going to boil my potatoes, and put them with my eggs, and I put some up for later if I wanted to do it again. You know what I'm saying? Just to figure it out. And I ended up doing it, and that's how, but at the same time, somebody gave me false information instead of telling me they didn't want to help me. But this person also has been a lifelong enemy, even though they're wrapped in a flesh with similar DNA. So let's get out some clarifiers here for the Psychic Tarot here, and then we'll close out. But I'm hoping you all get what you need out the deal to move forward with progression. Shadow 18 breaking down to a 9. Understanding your shadow work, what it does for you, how you honestly get to the next level completing shadow work. Some of you have questions and stuff about that. You need to email me, because shadow work is very important. We should not be bypassing the things that are going on. Some of you may be struggling with that. Third eye chakras at the bottom of the deck with a 6. A lot of you are starting to get peace out of the things that are going on with your energy, with the things that are going on with understanding and clarity. You have here mental conflict in reverse of 2. Some of you are in mental conflict about union with the spirit realm. You're coming out of it and realizing that it's more good here than harm. Emotional withdrawal in reverse is an 8. Some of you may have withdrawn emotionally because of the disconnect, or just the moving forward without really paying attention. You know what I'm saying? And you may emotionally disconnect, or you may have, and you may be getting back connected because what something may have happened, and you realize that the truth has not prevailed like it should have because of the disconnect emotionally. You're supposed to disconnect emotionally from these situations so that you won't be biased, or you won't be too harsh on someone. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody don't love the same. Our love languages are different because of our upbringing. We have strength in silence here, and suffering in silence, 9 in reverse. A lot of you are starting to come out and voice. Even the people that's a part of Rose Tribe, especially my newest members here, I noticed that a lot of them have not been voicing how they feel. A lot of them have opened up as far as what they're saying and what they've gone through. But I also feel that there's been a pent up energy. Like, a lot of people haven't been voicing things because of the shunning, because of trying to shame you in front of other people, or just trying to let people know they do know your business. A lot of us have gone through that, and that's the whole point, and it stops us from growing a lot of times because it's pent up, and we don't even go to God about it. And a lot of us don't even know how to even get the communication going, like you need to know that God is who you go to, your source is who you go to, as far as who you really need to vent to about the things going on. And then you have spiritual union in reverse here. A lot of you are realizing what it takes to move forward and to walk in these positions, these mantles that's been placed before you. Like I said, we know it's not an easy task. We know it doesn't happen overnight. But a lot of you need to be patient with yourself, forgive yourself, even for things that you missed. You may have missed it. You just didn't know. You don't know what you don't know, you know? you know. So, we have to really just hang in there and know that times will get better. They change after a while, and, growth is inevitable. You know what I'm saying? As long as you keep pushing and striving to live. Okay? Creator, I come to you and I thank you for the collective. I thank you for them on their journey of soul searching and trying to get it together, to work this purpose, to figure this out, to not give up on themselves, to not give up on their lineage, to not give up on their kids, the things that they are purposed to work. I speak that they stay encouraged in spite of what they see and what they feel. And I speak that they attack these things, you know what I'm saying? Attack these things that are being thrown at them, thrusted at them, trying to keep them distracted and not moving. Selah. Y'all have a good one, and definitely get in touch with me now. Like I say, all this energy of things working out and not playing out into the most positive light, it passes, but you have to acknowledge it so it can pass. This your girl, NeenaRose. I'll see you next time.